So Musk, up until this whole Twitter situation, he has been someone that I think the left has liked. He's helping the environment. He's building electric cars.
He's vaguely associated with greenness.
Yes,
and that's one of their gods.
He's always been, a kind of eccentric billionaire, weird guy.
Yeah.
But
showed up in Iron Man 2.
So it's pretty wild to see this tweet from Elon Musk that we're going to put up now. He was responding to an article about this top Twitter lawyer crying over his takeover. And again, remember, this lawyer is behind the Hunter Biden laptop censoring. And he said, suspending the Twitter account of a major news organization for publishing a truthful story was obviously incredibly inappropriate. So he's admitting that the story about Hunter Biden's laptop is real. And so it's a pretty massive development. Like we're seeing Musk shift almost. Like he's admitting that this massive story about the 2020 election, about Hunter Biden, is real. And that's just wild to me, but also exciting for the future of Twitter. Now, I will say I don't think he went far enough. It wasn't just incredibly inappropriate. It was direct election interference. But
100%.
But this is still really encouraging.
Well, and remember, it's totally true. And remember the stat that came out, gosh, I feel like it was just a week after the election, had Democrats known about the Hunter Biden allegations and all of the mess there, 1 in 6 of them would have changed their votes.
Yeah.
1 in 6. You're talking about Trump losing by a grand total, I think, of less than 50,000 votes nationwide when you look at the specific counties that he could have flipped.
Right.
So 1 in 6 Democrats would have changed their vote. Absolutely. Twitter totally altered the outcome of the election. There's just no way around that. They completely did.
Absolutely. And it's not surprising when you look at Twitter's employee donations to political candidates. They're
my
overwhelmingly,
favorite chart ever.
I think we have the chart somewhere. I know we have it. Give us a second.
Go, Russ.
It's coming.
Run, Russ. Russ is
it.
yelling from the control room. You can't hear him.
But, as you won't be surprised to find out that 98.7% of donations are to Democrats. So it's not surprising to see things like Hunter Biden censored.
And when we get the graphic up, I think what's going to be striking is we're looking at all of the biggest tech companies. There it is. Look at it. All of the biggest tech companies out there. This is Silicon Valley's best. The blue represents percentage of votes for Democrats. The red, Republicans. Oracle clocks in as the closest to a moderate organization, and I think I can't see it from here. It looks like Oracle had 20-something, 30-something percent.
I can tell you, I've got
Republicans.
It here. It's 34%.
34%.
Wow, that's
so a full third.
Wow.
So I mean, Joey, this was so funny to me listening to the horror and the caterwauling and the crying at Musk's takeover was remarkable to me, given that graph.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at that, they're not even losing a full bar. It just means they won't have total control of one of those bars. That's it.
Yeah.
And they will still have overwhelmingly Democrat employees. Elon Musk isn't going out. He's not going to go to the RNC, cast a net, grab 5,000 Republicans, ship them to Silicon Valley, and plug them in. It doesn't work like that. They are just terrified that they are losing one of the organs of the media, one of the social media organs that controls the transfer of information. They are terrified. They are terrified not that they will lose the ability to communicate, because they have a million other platforms, as you see from the chart. They're not worried about that. They are worried that we will gain the ability to communicate with more people, and that terrifies them.
Well, that's why I've been, and Tucker Carlson said this on his show, he said this is the most important political moment since Trump's election in 2016. There hasn't really been a situation where an institution like this has been destroyed since 2016, when Trump totally destroyed the establishment and exposed the swamp of D.C. and the left. So I think that's something really important to think about, and that's why they're melting down. They're losing an institution, but like you said, they still overwhelmingly control the tech industry.
Yeah, which to me is so that should be really encouraging to us folks, because if they had us over a barrel, if they had America where they want it, they wouldn't worry about this. They wouldn't worry about losing one piece out of, hundreds of Silicon Valley companies that are worth tens of billions of hundreds of billions of dollars. They wouldn't worry about losing one piece. They know that they don't have the majority out there. They know they don't have the majority of Americans. They know that most Americans are level-headed, have common sense. Most Americans love the country. I think most Americans are essentially still small C Christian. I don't think we have the majority, I don't think the majority are Bible-believing evangelical Christians, but they still at least have an appreciation for Judeo-Christian values.